Hello everyone, I'm Starburst. Welcome to my channel. The topic that I have prepared for everyone today is to talk about whether the person who is disconnected and in a cold war with you has the next idea. Do you want to reconcile with you? Today, as usual, I have prepared 3 sets of cards in front of me from left to right. Number 1 plate set. Seat number 2. And our 3rd row exclusion. Okay, everyone please relax first. Come down, thinking about you want to and that object, then think about today's topic, then from the Just Now deck, select a very feeling picture. That need longer time can pause the video, slowly to carry out the selection. After the selection, then watch. Fortunately, if you feel good, then we will start with the 3 and number 1 plates. First, let's take a look at the face of the number 1 sign. You are for the Holy Grail 8, or for the New Jade 2, or rely on 3. You are for the Holy Grail 5. Finally, the whole thing is covered. The surrounding Pope's card, and our surrounding one's knight. Okay, that's our first card set. I think if you think about this set of cards, in fact, Lee Xing-jong, this person, he still misses you, likes you very much, and the disconnection between these two people during this time has also had a greater impact and dissatisfaction on his life. In fact, he still wants to start over with you, but he is also afraid of whether you will reject him, because he is afraid of being rejected and hurt. So he likes to hide his inner hurts. It seems mysterious and doesn't let others know what he is thinking. Even if you try to communicate with him, he won't really express his deepest thoughts. So, in emotional relationships, he tends to wait for others to take the initiative to treat him well. He is more of a passive type. At this point, many friends might feel a bit uncomfortable, after all, in relationships. Can you maintain the initiative? But I think actually, both of you still like each other. Walking to the current situation of breaking faces is also something that both people don't want to see. At present, such a state is actually a bit unacceptable for both people. That is, they feel that they don't want to be in such a situation. Actually, he still wants to face you, and he misses the good old times with 2 of you. A very happy feeling. But because of the current broken strategic situation between the 2 for some time, the emotional foundation of the 2 is also slowly losing. So he will also worry about whether you will still go as before, because he might suspect whether you really want to leave the current situation, but this also stems from his own insecurity. He himself is not that proactive, tends to be passive, which is due to himself. His confidence is not as strong as his appearance shows. Sometimes when you spend more time busy with work, although it will also give him a serious mood, your efforts are seen by him, and many of your ideas will be conveyed to him. He also knows you are a very ambitious and excellent person. He also likes you, but he will also worry about whether you... I will continue to side with him in this sentiment. Will it make the distance between the 2 of you grow further? Although 2 people have been training for a while, internally, he still wants to have a new start with you. Now, he has more emotional conversations. He wants to get back in touch with you and start over again, but he may not be able to take this step. He is very worried about your current view of him, but inwardly, he is still quite sentimental. In this experience, he has been through so many life journeys accompanied by her. So, friends who think of this set of cards, if you also have some similarities with the other person, don't want to be in this awkward situation of Cold War and disconnection with the other party, still want to start over with the other party. If the other party reconciles, you can try to ignite the other party. Here, I also hope that everyone can do well and smoothly. On this side, I hope that you can't catch up with those who chase the faction. If you want to know more about this topic, or someone is affected, it seems like a brain trip issue. Want to know what the next video is going to do? Can't you come and chat with Starman so that Starman can bring a better scene to everyone? Next, let's take a look at Group R cards. Thank you all. Okay, first let's take a look at the second card, this face. The Grail of the Hunt's Tale 7, the Tower card of the Hunt's Tale, the Heart Battery of the Hunt's Tale, the Sword 1 of the Middle Tale, Sword 7, the Moon card, the Pope card, and our Diamond card of the Middle Tale. Alright, that is our second set of cards. I think this card set, friend, you may not see clearly on this lawsuit. You might really want to cut it off, really want to give up this lawsuit. But it seems like the other person does want to come back to you in the next stage, and definitely doesn't hold a grudge, because I feel he now realizes that he did make you suffer a lot. It seems that he did not give you fair treatment before, and it was always you who paid the price. But he might not have treated it well, so he is now aware of this. Wanting to slowly start over, change yourself, want to move towards you more, be more proactive. From the perspective of the sea, the attraction between you guys is still pretty strong. It's more about the exterior, some appearances. But at that time, there was also the doubts in the other party's mind, so you might have been more active. But because of your excessive initiative, the other party didn't have more disputes, so now you are indeed very tired. So this is why we just mentioned that it seems like you see the relationship clearly, and it seems like you treat the other person so well, but it seems like there is no result between the two people. So you may want to give up. It just suddenly happened a lot. Realizing that there seem to be many problems in these feelings, and feeling like I am really going to lose such a good person to me.
So he will want to push. During the development of Chinese literature, you may notice that although the other party may not have much motivation, you can see some changes in him towards you, whether intentionally or unintentionally. They're always trying to show goodwill, for example, sending you messages intentionally or unintentionally. Or suddenly he pops up or starts chatting on social media about things you've talked about before. So he is now... So the other party doesn't really want you to leave right now. They feel like they need you, so they want to win you back. But for some of you, this might be strange because you actually want to give up. You want to walk away from a friendship, but you'll find that sometimes when the other person messages you or looks for you, you can't refuse. You still respond to them. This is because of the attraction between you. Being a bit forceful might make this relationship like a fuse, reigniting what's between you. So actually your relationship still has a good opportunity. But how to maintain such a relationship is the key point. As we mentioned at the beginning, there might be among you. Excessive is because of the broken things on the outside. Having you evaluate the other person might cause you to be more trapped in this relationship. But I hope everyone can try to figure out if Sun Yoran, this person, is really what you want, including assessing whether the other party has really had a more thorough change compared to before. Master is really listening. Even though he hates to see you leave, you also need to understand whether he really touches your heart or whether you are willing to wait for him to change. And whether he is the person you really want in your heart is what you need to think about next. Whether this relationship is a love relationship between hearts, it's not obvious because of some external things. This is the news of my friends that I want to shoot this time. Hopefully everyone can consider it carefully and wish everyone better and better. If you have more privacy concerns about this topic or encounter other problems in life, remember to take it seriously. Then in the afternoon, you can talk to Xingbao about what to do when Xingbao can provide you with comprehensive and targeted justice. That is the message number 2 Exclusion wants to convey, and we hope the previous message was of some help. Now let's look at number 3 Exclusion. Around the CB4, the Power card, the Magician card, the Wand 8, the Wand Messenger, the operation of our inner guard wheel, and the cabin wheel of our inner guard. Okay, that's our third set of cards. From the table view, I hope the friends who feel this set of cards actually have a bit of suspicion in love, which also leads to a stronger fear in their relationship. When you get into a relationship, you would want to control the other person. Let the other person be able to get along with your emotional state. If the other person doesn't do as you wish, you will go with the other. You always think that he doesn't love you during the arguments, which often leads to misunderstandings. This kind of situation also makes the other party feel very tired and feel that the relationship between the two parties does not seem to be suitable for long-term stability. And from the perspective of customer, the other party is a person with strong work ability. In fact, he has many choices in his emotions, but he was with you at the time because of him. Because you have a unique personality. In your interaction with him, you will stand in his perspective to solve problems for him, to consider for him. It's very different because in his mind he thinks you are always a thoughtful person who can give him a sense of security, which makes him feel comfortable and definitely reassured because of his own work and life. But the pressure he felt was enormous, so he thought those women from the Bai clan could make him feel relieved. The emotion of worries makes him want to be with someone. But when your relationship goes further, he finds that your ideas and status have changed everything. Because when you understand the other person better, including getting more into this life, you will find that he is indeed a very good person and knows more about the things around him, which will make you feel more lack of confidence and insecurity. Plus, for a while, he was really busy and didn't have much time to take care of you. So during this time, you like to test him. That is, you will want to test his attitude towards you, including his sincerity towards you. It's easy for you to argue in this state, and the argument is because of your inner instability. You, however, are unable to control yourself. You always irrationally make changes that affect each other. This is also why the relationship between two people seems more and more like a predicament. The other party is also a deviant color. This is when the relationship between two people is on the rise. He feels more and more like the relationship is getting better. But he found that the way the two people get along is more and more towards a direction he doesn't understand. That is, the two people are in the ascendant stage. It seems to get more and more. He can't plan better, and he finds the impact on him is growing. So he will want to avoid discussing both sides in love. He feels there is no excessive necessity. So this is why the relationship between the two falls into such a situation of tire rupture, and this slowly gives rise to him. Just want to leave the idea of pushing out. So think of this group of cards. Friends may need some changes because the current status of the relationship between the two people is very unstable. It may have some at any time. But if you still treat the other party in the same way as before, or you are still very passive and unwilling to communicate and maintain the relationship, then the relationship between the two parties might. Progress may be difficult, so I hope everyone can pay more attention to some of the issues just mentioned by the king. I also hope everyone can get better and better. If you want to know more about this topic, if you want to know what to do next, you can come and chat with Skynet. Let Skynet's review be more comprehensive and more heartfelt advice and practice. That's all the content of today's topic. I also hope that everyone has the content of today. Thanks for everyone's support. Bye bye.